Heyo, all you pups and wolves out there. Today we will be talking about the Actman and heel versus babyface situation. And to be honest, I think the whole situation is blown out of proportion and it's getting ridiculous to the point where it's stupid. Okay. So I figured we would talk about this whole situation because it needs to be talked, okay? And this all had to deal with because of the Actman did a video called The Worst Starfield Hot Takes, okay? And this is where the issue actually is that we are actually going to be watching the video on. And it has to deal with the whole pronoun situation, okay? So let's go ahead and watch this video.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON 1. Security lockdown active.
Fetch me their soul!
Oh no. Oh sweet Jesus.
I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us! Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so as you can see, this is what it's about, okay? And this is what Heel was flipping out about, was because of the whole pronoun situation, okay? That he actually took it way too far, as you can see in that clip, alright? That he should have actually not taken it that far, alright? And that a lot of content creators will be talking about this whole situation in this whole video, okay? And that a lot of people need to understand that Starfield is a 2310 futuristic game. That's almost 300 years in the future, okay? And not just that, Starfield is a brand new game that has a brand new story that they can do whatever they want to do, okay? So, the whole issue is that a lot of people are believing that Starfield has gone woke, when in actuality, it's just a futuristic game that is doing research and calculation of what's happening right now in our modern day. And the funny thing is that transgender is becoming a huge thing, okay? So who can say that this can't happen in the future, okay? So you gotta realize that this is a futuristic game that is basing off of situations that's happening right now in reality, okay? So, this is what people are freaking out about, okay?
It's true. Starfield gives you the option to select 3 sets of pronouns in the character creator.
What? How can you do this?
This alone has caused mass hysteria, and to me it sounds like a lot of... Sounds like Sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over a little role-playing, right?
Wrong!
A lot of people have finally unlocked Ultra Instinct mode and gone full ham calling Starfield woke. They say it's pushing a hardcore liberal agenda and poisoning our precious media, our precious video games that we care so much about. Whether or not you think it is, you'd probably do a better job convincing people of this if you weren't frothing at the mouth.
Fucking current day
Again, so that's what he's talking about, is how these people are taking it way too far when they shouldn't be, especially Babyface here, okay? He's taking it way too far, and he's taking his frustration out for no reason, okay? And that he should have actually taken it down a level and dealt with it like a reasonable adult. Voice his own opinion, but in a in more of a calming, relaxing situation, okay? Because when you get angry, when you get frustrated, you do not think clearly, okay? What he should have did was taken his time, understand the situation, and then voice his opinion, okay? He literally, the best way he could have done this situation was just to tweet it on Twitch saying that, you know, I do not like what woke is doing to our gaming genre right now, and that I feel like I'm being forced into these situations, just like the whole situation with Starfield, where I feel like there is an option there that I am not too happy about when I feel like gaming is going in the wrong direction when it comes to woke. All right, and I just want to know why. You see how that sounds much better than flipping out. Okay, so that was the issue, is that the Actman is trying to point out the problem that people are flipping out for no reason and voicing his own opinion about it, okay? And that we need to start living in reality and starting to accept facts, the truth, okay? Because this is how it is. And like I said, content creators will point this out in this video.
Californian shit! If you want to play pick your pronouns, then you should have an option to not enter pronoun.
Yes, agreed 100%. The fact that they force you to do it is the problem. The fact that they force you to do it is the problem. The fact that they force you to do it is the problem. They're forcing you to do it.
Objection!
Show how it's optional. Okay, I will show how it's optional again if you want me to. Look, we can go through this again. There's me, king of pronouns. Confirm. Yep. Didn't have to pick my pronouns there.
Take that!
Didn't have to pick them. Okay.
Okay, as you can see, they're talking about how they're forcing pronouns onto us, okay? And that it's funny because even the Actman says they're not forcing these upon us, okay? We are actually given an option. All right? And that they're saying that we have no option, that we have to be transgender is actually a bunch of bullshit. You are given 3 options. The only thing you're pissed off is the pronoun saying he, him, she, her, they, them. Okay? Now, let's look at that. Actually, okay, we're talking about a futuristic game, okay, that's using intelligence, okay, of what it may be of the future. Who can say that we can change our pronouns in the future, saying he, him, she, her, they, them, because it sounds more intelligent coming from a game that's supposed to be based in the future with advanced technology and advanced genetics. Okay? Why is that a problem? Okay, they're just trying to sound more intelligent. Like, they're thinking this is what it's going to sound like in the future, okay, when people actually become very intelligent. They're not trying to force the whole woke genre thing, okay? And like I said, they give you 3 options. He, him, she, her, they, them. Okay, you can choose a male, you can still be a female, or you can be they. Okay? Now, what if we decide to do robots, you know, or cybernetics, you know, or androids, okay? And then the pronoun for that would be it. You get what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck, okay? It's actually really fucking stupid. And yes, you are given an option. 3 of them, okay? You can choose neither be a male, female, or a transgender. That's your fucking choice, okay? Okay? And that this is the future. So who can say this shit can happen? Alright? The other thing that I have another problem that people are attacking about this whole situation, and that one that content creators will point this out, that I will talk about later. Okay? But for now, we will get back to the video.
So, you shut the fuck up about it being forced? Can you, like, just admit that you're wrong about that?
They're forcing you to do it.
Liar! And you would have a better point of argument here if the game allowed you to skip the pronoun nonsense.
Objection! Objection!
So what? Do I have a better case now? Good. You wouldn't survive a COD lobby is out. You wouldn't survive Starfield character creation is in.
What are your pronouns? Skip. Because the game understands that when you've picked the male character, you have male pronouns.
I think the first thing we need to look at here is the setting of the game. Starfield is set in the year 2310, so it's definitely not far-fetched that people who go by they, them pronouns exist. You may disagree with it, but at the end of the day, this is a very small detail that remains consistent with the setting of the game's world and doesn't break immersion.
Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity!
This isn't like Elder Scrolls where the setting is medieval times. A they, them setting for that game wouldn't make any sense considering the world is built around a time period where the request for a preferred pronoun wasn't a thing.
Exactly. Starfield takes place in the future, so
as like you heard, that guy point out that this ain't no Elder Scroll game where it actually is based in the in a medieval historian kind of event, okay? Because that shit does not actually exist at that time, all right? Where Starfield is in the future, and like I said, when you look at modern days, transgender is becoming a major thing, okay? So who can say that shit can't happen in the future, all right? Just like I was saying. Like I said, a lot of these content creators are just speaking truth, all right? And they're just pointing out people's flaws, all right? And that's the problem with Babyface, is that he does not understand that. No, it is not forced upon you if you are given an option. If it's being forced on you, it'd be like saying that you can't be a him, you cannot be a her, you have to be a they. You see what I'm saying? That is not an option, okay? They will force you to be they, but they don't. They give you 3 options, thus it gives you a choice. And that's what a lot of these people don't understand, is that what's the best way to point it is that these games are brand new and futuristic, okay?
He has to think people expressing themselves in a way that is not traditional gender normed. He has to think that that is a phase and won't exist in the year 2030 something. That's insane.
In the future, gene therapy and genetic modification will have gone so far that not even the most conservative will be able to say that there are 2 genders. If you think that things are weird now, just wait until they actually figure out how DNA works.
I mean, this is
just like Asmongold just said right there, all right, is the truth. Who can say that genetics can evolve later on in the future and that we do not know of these situations, all right? Who can say that this shit can happen? Because it's happening now. All right, we're learning about genetics, and who can say we can further that research to make a male into a female easily? Okay, like I said, futuristic game. Don't know why you guys are freaking out about this stuff, okay?
is literally just an option for role-playing purposes.
Well, if it's never brought up again, why do you even have to pick the pronoun?
Now, if you tried to start the game and it stopped you and put this big-ass wall of text that said, "Whoa, Buster, you haven't picked your pronouns yet. You're not a bigot, are you?" You know, then you would have a bit more of a case for the game being woke.
You take everything we...
Okay, like Actman just brought up, they are not forcing you. Like I said, if they made you choose they, that's forcing you. Like saying that if you're in the game experience and you're playing the game and that they are trying to force woke genre in you, like saying that, oh, all males are wrong and all females are wrong. The only ones who are right are they. So you have to join that cult. Sorry, because you're going to be against the other two and that they are in the right in the storyline. That would be a problem. You see what I'm saying? Because they're trying to force woke upon you now. Now, there are things like the Actman does bring along in this video about a mug. A woke mug. And it's pretty funny because I'm all like, we're talking about a futuristic game, okay? And especially what's happening now that everybody has their own fucking opinion. Who can say that it's like literally a feminist within the game itself that's trying to force these opinions that isn't real? You get what I'm saying? Because it's a fictional character. Okay? So, no, that's not forcing woke on you. It's like, for it to force woke on you, you have to play a character that is a they, no matter what, and that you have to follow a culture of they and them, and that you are forced upon that. And Starfield doesn't do that. You are given an option again. So, you got 3 options.
Love, all our emotions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything.
How do you...
Okay, again, like I was saying earlier, is they are not forcing this shit in gameplay experience, okay? Alright, so... because it's a pronoun and there is a they and them is a fucking issue is fucking stupid because it does not affect the gameplay experience once you're in the game, okay? So, no, they're not forcing this shit upon you. It's not destroying the immersion of the game and the fantasy of that world, okay? You're just given an option.
Be a conservative when you are a living Wojak. When you are like a subset of the soy jack. We're playing game. We're just having a grand old time. Meanwhile, people on the right are literally creating new soy jacks live, getting angry at this over pronouns.
I think Bethesda.
Okay, so as you can see, this is why Babyface feels threatened. Okay, is because of this whole situation. He feels like he's being attacked. That I do understand. Okay, and that I do feel you. It's just that you took it way too far than you should have. All right, is the issue that the Actman is trying to point out here. All right, I mean, just to let you know, I don't agree with the whole woke culture because of how they go at things. All right, and looking at this, look at Babyface. He's no different from the woke culture itself, okay? That he's attacking the woke culture, just like the woke culture is attacking what do you say? They're fighting the oppression that is forced upon them, okay? Is the best way to put it, all right? So, like I said, I do understand what the woke culture has to go through, and it's very frustrating. But then we got the other group that's also getting frustrated with this whole situation. Like I said, you got the feminists and the masculinities, and they're both have struggles, but they're attacking each other because of those struggles. And that's the one of the things I don't like about the whole woke culture thing, is that we're attacking each other for really stupid reasons, okay? That we should actually be taking actions, and those actions should be for the right reasons, okay? Like going to a third world country to help a culture there that is struggling. All right, compared to instead bitching about what's happening in our culture. Because I'm going to tell you something. Our culture doesn't have it as bad as a lot of fucking cultures that's out there. Okay? And that you need to understand. Those cultures are actually suffering more than we are. All right? And here we are bitching about the most stupidest things here in America. Okay? That has no meaning at all. All right? I do believe that cultures of different races do deserve rights, just like gender does too, okay? Because I believe in equality, that we are all equal, all right? I also do believe that we should not be following a leader, because we should be leading ourselves to find our purpose in life, to understand what we were meant to do in this world, instead of someone else telling us what to do. All right. And that's the problem with social media, is that they're telling us how to live our lives when we should choose to live our own lives the way we want to live. Okay. To understand what we need to do in this world. Okay. You know, to find our own happiness. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that a lot of us humans are lost, and we don't understand how to find our way to what we were meant to do. Okay, like I said, we are always getting lied to. We are always getting brainwashed. You know, we're always being manipulated. You know, we're always being used. So it is very easy for the human to lose, our human race to lose their way. Okay, it's just human nature. All right, because we have so much emotion within us. Okay, so I do understand that I'm not too happy with the whole woke culture, because like, look what they did to fucking Star Wars. All right, I am not happy what they did to Star Wars. Okay, because woke culture is trying to change things that shouldn't be changed. Okay, And that's one of the things why I get mad when woke culture tries to change things in history when it's already been written in history. I understand all that, okay? And that's the problem with woke culture, is that they're trying to change things in entertainment that shouldn't be changed. Instead, they should be doing their own thing or finding a story that is based off of woke stuff instead of saying, hey, we don't like what George Lucas's script was for the sequel. We're doing our own thing. We're going woke and making women all powerful and men weak. You see how that fucking sounds? Bad, okay? When it should be equality, that men and women should be equal, not one-sided. All right, and that's the problem with woke culture, is that they're attacking people instead of trying to solve the issue. And it's the same thing with the other side too, is that they're attacking woke culture and they're not understanding. Okay, where our action is to attack people instead of solving the situation. Okay.
This agenda only goes so far as to creating more role-playing and customization options.
Because games aren't just a form of escapism for people who look like you. They are a form of escapism for everyone.
Think about how many...
There you go. That's the content creator I was talking about. He said gaming is for everybody. Now, I'm going to bring this up, okay? And this is one of the things that also pisses me off, okay? Is the fact that people do not understand that transgenders are actually struggling, all right? And that, like I say, like he says, gaming is for everybody, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you a question, all right? For those who actually played in sports, all right? Was it fun being a bench warmer? For those who were the bench warmer, feeling left out. You weren't able to even play a game throughout that whole season. How did that make you feel? Now, how do you think the transgender feel? They feel left out of gaming. So you're saying, this is what Babyface is saying, that transgender should not be allowed in video games. They should not have a face in gaming. You see what I'm saying? How fucked up that is? How selfish that is? You're saying that transgender should not be in gaming at all, when gaming is meant for everybody. So giving transgender an option is a good thing, because transgender have rights too. It's not all about you. It's all about everybody else. So this is actually a good thing for transgender, so they don't feel left out of game. Why do you think they did what's her name in Apex Legends? Calypso. Okay, I think that's her name. She's a transgender. She was once a man, but now a female. So now, guess what? Transgender actually has a place in gaming now. But the way you're saying is that they shouldn't be allowed in game. And that sounds very selfish and fucked up to do, because I believe everybody is equal. They all have rights. Don't transgender deserve rights? Don't they deserve to be in video games too? So no, this is not an issue, because it is an option, in that they're not trying to force you to be transgender. They just gave an option for those gamers that are transgender.
How many sliders and other things you see in character creation tools that you don't give a fuck about, but somebody else inevitably will? Now that I think about it, okay, I'm putting on the tinfoil hat. What if the pronoun selection in Starfield is just a big psyop orchestrated by Todd Howard to get people to talk about the game? Free publicity. I mean, worked out pretty well for the Hogwarts Legacy developers, as the boycott around that game seemed to have the opposite effect. I think we're all being had. We're all being pitted against each other as Todd Howard sits in his solid gold house counting his millions.
Who's laughing now?
Okay, but on the real, remember when Doom Eternal came out and Bethesda was criticized heavily for this line?
Demon can be an offensive term. Refer to them as mortally challenged.
This whole pronoun...
That shit was fucking hilarious, what happened with Doom Eternal, okay? The reason why they did that was because a lot of people were highly offended because you're killing demons and that demons deserve rights. That's what that was all about. So they made fun of them by putting that comment in, and it was freaking hilarious, okay? Because it's funny because you're trying to defend a demon. I mean, it's like defending a psychopath that only cares about killing and torturing people because that's his enjoyment in life. Are you going to defend someone like that? That's basically what you're doing when you're defending demons. All they want to do is tear out your flesh, eat you up, rip your guts out, and torture the living shit out of you. Great, that's who we want to defend. That's why they made that joke. It's fucking hilarious. But as you can see, he also was being sarcastic about the whole, what if Starfield did this as a publicity stunt so they can get more people to play? He's just saying that because it could happen, okay? But he was being sarcastic and back to reality, okay, like he said. So that's what this whole situation is about, the whole thing that's going on, all right? And why I understand he feels like he's being attacked, but he's also acting like a child about the situation, okay? So that's basically the situation that's going on, okay? And this was like how long ago? 5 months ago, all right? Now, we're to modern time now. This was about a couple of days ago, I think, and this is why I'm backing the Actman, because of what he does right here, all right? That he is actually being an adult about the situation, where Heel is being a fucking baby about it. All right, let's watch this video now, okay?
To try and mediate a conversation, he was in an awkward position. Nobody give Mahler shit, okay? So here are the DMs with Mahler. I say, some people in my Twitch chat were telling me I should ask you to set up a discussion with Az and have you be a moderator. What do you think about that? September 6th. Just pay attention to the dates and times.
Okay.
Mahler says, I'm super unfamiliar with the game. I don't think Az is going to be interested. He's just carrying on doing his thing. Not much of a fan of any of the viral posts about him, being that there's so much missing context about his views on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Great. Let's talk, and you can provide that context.
I think Mahler seemed actually quite reasonable about it.
Text to me directly.
Yeah.
Was there something specific you wanted to talk to him about? Well, I think it'd be good for us to talk about it. Could do well for our channels and bridge a gap, so to speak.
Yeah.
You make your videos, I make my video. Then we could come together, talk about it on your channel, my channel. And
Thinking Mahler's DMs is deal breaker. Mahler's mad. Like, people have leaked my DMs as well. This is my advice for any content creator. Your DMs aren't private, and people will leak them if they want. I've had people leak my DMs all the time. Yeah, like, constantly people do this. Who leaked your DMs? That one guy from FaZe. What was his name? The guy, I called him a crackhead? FaZe Rain. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he leaked the DMs.
Interesting conversation.
Okay, so what Actman is talking about, the whole situation about the DM, and this does actually happen because this ain't illegal. Like I said, same with farming content. This is illegal, and it's not breaking the contract of Twitch. Anybody can do this. Just to let you know, okay? He ain't wrong about that.
That's the most recent one.
Content. Hopefully squash the beef, shake hands, move on. Everyone's happy. You can pose the idea to him and see what he says. You know me decently well. I'm not the type of person to hold grudges or hate someone just because I disagree with them. I'm sure we wouldn't just talk about the game, but the concepts of woke culture and media too. I wouldn't necessarily want to treat it as a debate. So at this point in time, I don't want the conversation between me and Az to be treated as like okay, I'm
adversarial.
right, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Let's fucking.
Okay, so as you can see, the Actman is trying to be civil about the situation. He's trying to solve the situation like an adult. He wants to talk to Heel versus Babyface as reasonable adults to solve this issue so we don't have issues in the future, okay? Because right now this is becoming an issue, okay? That there are fans that are attacking each other because of this situation, and that Actman wants to solve it. He's being an adult. He's being reasonable. He wants us to figure out what is the issue so we can solve this, okay?
Can go. I think there's too much bad blood at this point. He doesn't believe you made those tweets in the interest of understanding the situation, but rather for engagement. He's not interested, and I don't think he will be convinced otherwise. He felt very supportive of you and a lot of what you had to go through, like the demonetization. So obviously this has created a very sour impression. Understand.
Okay, so now you can see that there's already been bad blood that the Actman didn't want, okay? And that that we need to solve this issue so it doesn't become a problem in the future, that it really is starting to become a problem. Okay, like I said, Actman's being an adult about this.
Understandable.
Okay.
Then let's talk in private, just the three of us.
Okay.
Have a conversation, not about content. Let's just try to understand each other.
Why don't they just DM each other, bro? Like, I don't understand, like, because for me, like, why we need a, yeah, what's this? Like, I mean, you just DM each other, yeah. As hasn't blocked, just tell him to unblock him.
Because I didn't.
Okay, so what Asman Gold said is right. Why doesn't he just talk to him so we can solve this issue? Okay, because if you don't, it's going to become a fucking problem. All right, just get it over and done with. Because all you're going to do is escalate the problem to be more of an issue. Okay, let's stop that. That's what the Actman wants. Okay, but as you can see, Heel is acting like a baby about this. All right, instead he wants to hold a fucking grudge like a fucking kid. And thus he's crying like a baby about the situation. Instead, he should have been there talking to the Actman to get this solved. Alright?
Understand what he was saying. And because it's the internet. You know, we're public figures. You goof and gaff on me, I do the same.
It's not a big
deal. Doesn't strike me as a shy man. What could be the harm in a private conversation? I very much appreciate that he was supportive of my situation back then. I will always have a certain level of respect for people that did. Tell him that's why I'm reaching out. This is still true. This is still true. I still have a certain amount of respect for Az for having my back in my darkest time. It might
that was a crazy. That was crazy.
And I have no other way to contact him, so I'd like to settle this bad blood if possible. I understand if it puts you in an awkward middleman situation. I've spoken with Az, and he said he is happy to have a private chat with us. The idea of no audience and just us to figure out the miscommunications, differences in a call will hopefully have some good outcomes. Only he's gotten a fever, and I think has the flu right now, so might need like a week before setting this up. Do you want to let me know what kind of availability you have? Sounds good. Let him know that I do have a video about Starfield hot takes going up. It's a bit late for me to unpull the trigger, and it is mostly for content purposes. As he made a couple videos on this subject, I hope he understands. There are more important things than our squabble disagreement on this subject. He stuck up for me in my darkest hour, so I want to make sure he knows he has an ally should his channel ever face any unfair demonetization of videos, or God forbid his channel gets deleted. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. So at this point, you might be asking...
So what the Actman was actually talking about is the whole Quantum TV situation that happened with the Elden Ring hot takes. Alright, that Quantum TV flipped out because the Actman was just pointing out how ridiculous they were being about a video game that should not be an issue. Okay, and that you guys are taking it too far. And what did Quantum TV do? He took it to the next level. What do you think Babyface is doing? He's taking it to the next level right now. Alright, but the problem with Quantum TV was that, and the Actman situation, everybody sided with the Actman because of how Quantum TV's state of mind is, and that he actually has mental issues. Would you be surprised? And that I think he literally does need to go see a psychologist because something caused him to be like this. Okay, and that's the problem with his mental issues, is that something has happened to him, maybe as a kid, or what his parents may have done, or what society had made him, okay? But that is something we will not know about Quantum TV because that's his issues. Those are his problems that he must solve, all right? And that's what brought him down, okay? And that's why people didn't care for Quantum TV because of what he did, all right? But that's not his fault in a way, because of his experience in life, or what is probably what he was born with, let's just say, could be him causing him to be like this, okay? It's just for him to understand of those issues so he can find a way to better himself. That's all, okay? But I don't blame Quantum TV for what he is, okay? Because you got real life experience changes all of us, okay? And it did something to Quantum TV to be like that, all right? Where Babyface actually knows what he's doing, and that he actually has a huge popularity, and a lot of people actually watch him compared to Quantum TV. So everybody's going to take his one side, okay? But a lot of people gotta realize there are two sides to this, okay? To this story, and that we have to listen to both, and that we should not be choosing sides, but what we should be choosing is what is the right reason, okay? Who is in the right, okay? And at this point, it sounds like Actman is, especially what he does right here, because he's trying to fix the situation. Thus, he is doing the right thing. You get what I'm saying? This is why I'm backing him up.
The question, well, if you were trying to mend the bridge, why did you post the video? There's a few reasons.
It's not a big fucking deal. He wasn't even part of the video. It was just a little small amount of the video. And yeah, it was kind of ridiculous the way he acted. Like, yeah, 100%. Like, also, like, didn't I get posted in a Starfield Hot Takes video too? Like, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Just to let you know, people are actually attacking Asmongold because of this video, because a lot of people think Asmongold is siding with the Actman. Actually, he is not. He's actually not choosing neither side. He thinks they're both in the wrong at this point, okay? Just to let you know. So I don't know why people are attacking Asmongold for this shit. And the other thing that a lot of people were attacking him for was for the, oh, a job is harder than streaming. And I'm over here, like, who fucking cares, because they're both fucking stressful to deal with, okay? The difference is that it's, again, people don't understand of the situation, and because they do not understand the situation, they're attacking each other, saying that, oh no, our job is harder than yours. No, you don't understand. Streaming is fucking harder, and I'm over here, they're both fucking hard, okay? I fucking worked at the age of 14 all the way to the age of 34 before my fucking injury. Okay, so I know how it is being a hard-working civilian, okay? And that now I'm trying to stream, it's fucking hard too, okay? And that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that in life, anything you do is going to be hard, okay? It's how long you have been in and how much experience you gain from that, okay, is what's going to make it easier on you, okay? That's the whole point about climbing the ladder. We all start at the bottom of the ladder and we have to climb up. And guess what? It's going to be very, very frustrating. But once you make that climb up the ladder, guess what? Things get easier. It's the same thing for a job too. What do you think when you get promoted, things start to become more finance with you, and it takes a lot less stress from you, okay? So you gotta climb that ladder. For those who are stuck on the bottom of the ladder, they're going to struggle. Always. It is the fucking hardest thing to do. I understand that because I've been on that bottom my whole life. That I tried to progress on that ladder, but people would not allow me. Okay? And this is the other thing that people do not understand, is this is the problem with jobs, is that there is favoritism. Okay? That is an issue. Alright? Instead of let's say that we have an asshole who actually does his job better than anybody else, and actually does it better than anybody else. But he's not going to get promoted because he's an asshole. Instead, the person that's in charge likes this other person who is lazy as shit, but gives him the promotion. That's the problem with jobs nowadays, okay? That I have to fucking struggle. The other issue is that this is a problem, too, is racism, okay? And, this does happen, but it's not as much as you think, okay? I've dealt with racism, alright? I know what it's like, alright? But you also gotta understand that there is this thing called favoritism as well, and that is the issue when it comes to working businesses, okay? So, no matter what, yes, jobs are fucking hard to deal with, okay? But like I said, once you make that climb, you'll be surprised how much easier it gets. It's the same thing with streaming. It's going to be fucking hard. If you do not get those viewers, you're going to struggle even harder than someone who has a job, because you got to realize something. They are not getting paid hourly. They have to go off a basis of viewership. and donations to get them by, where you at least get a fucking paycheck, even though, yes, it's a shitty job and you hate it. But guess what? You got a paycheck out of it. Where if a streamer tries, or a content creator tries really hard to make a living on it, and they don't get those viewers or donations, they can be kicked out onto the streets. So that's what I'm saying. There are two sides to this. All right, and that everybody needs to understand there is a struggle on both sides, no matter what. They're both fucking hard. All right, like I said, working at the age of 14, people, and I'm fucking 37.
Cares.
For one, this Twitter exchange took place over a week, and I had no indication until I finished the video that Az was down to talk to me. This is pretty bad timing. I just spent 30, 35, 40 hours on a video. What am I going to do? Just scrap it? Reason I posted it, I didn't think it would hurt his feelings, honestly. In fact, I made a concentrated effort to make the video not just about him. I included a bunch of different Starfield hot takes. He seemed like the type of guy who could take criticism, roll with the punches, and laugh at himself a bit. I respected that.
It's not that big of a deal.
Available until the 16th. I'll be leaving to go visit someone. As he made a couple videos on the subject, I hope he understands. We're content creators. We make videos. We're both involved in this. I don't have any problems with him making videos about it. So I expect the same courtesy. I expect the understanding that we can critique each other on videos and come together and actually talk to each other like real people. It's very important he understands that whatever our disagreements on this subject, I am 100% willing to help him should his channel ever be in jeopardy. That being said, I put many hours into this latest video and I can't just pull it. He seems strong-willed though, so hopefully it doesn't bother him much. Big fucking miscalculation on my part. It did. I'd be down for a private chat. Come back from my trip. Yo, any updates? I think after the new video, he's absolutely not interested, and that's putting it nicely. Sorry, dude. I think you were both stand-up guys, but some things just don't work out. So this is how I start to get the impression that Az just wanted a one-sided shit-slinging contest. He wanted to be the one to be able to make videos, and as I've been showing you, he's ducking every opportunity to actually confront and talk to me.
Oh, he's just pissed off because he got farmed. Like, that's...
So again, as you can see here, Babyface doesn't want to solve the issue. He wants to be a baby about it. He wants to cry about it instead of trying to set up a meeting to solve this issue, okay? Because the Actman, like he said, he didn't think he would be felt threatened because it wasn't a big issue. But he made it an issue. Now he's attacking the Actman because of this when he shouldn't. And now, if he kept his mouth shut and not cared about the situation, this shit would never fucking happen, okay? Everybody would have been happy. No one would be fighting with each other. But because he wanted to throw the first stone at the Actman, when the Actman was just trying to point out the issues. Okay? But no, he threw the stone at him, and now everybody's all fucking pissed off at Actman. Because, well, Babyface threw the first stone at him. And that he's in the right. And it's like, no, there are two sides. Don't take a side. Understand the situation. I did my research. I understand of the situation. The Actman, what he did right now is the right choice. Where Babyface is making the wrong choice to solve this issue. Okay? Instead, he should suck up, talk to fucking the Actman, solve this issue so it doesn't happen again in the future. But because he is not willing to solve the issues, there's going to be more problems, okay? And it's not going to get solved. There's going to be bad blood no matter what now. Because he wants it that way. Where the Actman's like, no, I don't want this. You know, we're both content creators. We shouldn't have this type of issue. We shouldn't be attacking each other. Because content creators shouldn't be attacking each other. You know, because they're trying to make a living, all right?
It's the reason why. What are we talking about? Oh, why is this happening? Az is pissed because everybody dunked on him for what he said about Starfield. Everybody was shitting on him, and he's mad. Like, what the fuck? It's not that complicated, is it? I mean, shit. It made him bald? No, that's not. He's been bald for, like, 8 years ago he was bald.
Direct.
Okay, so like what Asmon Gold just said about the whole situation, that people are taking things way too far when they shouldn't be, okay? When it actually isn't a issue. It's just when people want to make it an issue is when it becomes an issue, all right? Who cares, though? Once you stop caring, guess what? This is not going to be an issue, people, all right? Now, what we should care about is what is getting changed, okay? Instead of something like Starfield is a brand new game with its own new storyline and everything that has nothing to do with changing. You get what I'm saying? Because they're of their own genre. But now you're saying that, well, because they're their own genre, they're wrong. The fuck does that supposed to mean? You see what I'm saying? This is getting really fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying, is that he took it way too far. He should have talked to Actman, solved this issue so both sides are happy.
All of these
He's
DMs had to be
pinball.
done through a third party because he wouldn't reach out to me. Why though? I don't understand. He made his videos and I made one. So what's the deal? Again, I don't want to press and make either of you uncomfortable or anything, but I'm genuinely confused.
Yeah.
I'm fine with his videos about me being up. I didn't think he was the type of guy to let stuff like
So basically, we'll end it here. Once he gets done doing the whole chat thing, showing his chat thing, basically he did everything he could, but Babyface refused, so he's going to leave it as that, and there's nothing he can do about it until Babyface wants to do something about it, alright? And that a lot of people are attacking the Actman and Asman Gold for this shit. And it's like, dude, what the Actman did was right. You are attacking him for a right choice, trying to solve this issue. But yet you are attacking him, making it sound like he is in the wrong when he is trying to make things right. You're like, oh, he has to apologize. It's like, what do you think he's trying to do? But Babyface doesn't want that. You get what I'm saying? So people are saying, oh, apologize when the guy doesn't even want it in the first place. It's fucking ridiculous. So yes, the Actman is doing what he can, but Babyface is acting like a baby, crying like a baby, just like his fucking name. Man up. Talk to the Actman. I'm sorry. But this is why I'm saying, this is why I have the Actman's back, is because of this video. And people are saying he is wrong for doing this, even though he's trying to make it right. Why attack somebody who's trying to do right? That's fucked up. Okay? So I figure I end the video here because I try not to make this video an hour long and shit like that. So, but it is basically what I believe, alright? I'm sorry, this is my opinion, and that you guys need to accept facts. You need to accept truth. Like one of the things I'm going to say is that I'm an honest asshole, and I'm going to be truthful about the situation. And if you guys don't fucking like it and want to cry about it, that means you have to learn to man up and face the truth. Okay? Because you're living in a delusional, you're living in an illusion. I'm sorry. Stop living in a fantasy in your head. This is reality, people. Come back to reality. Stop floating in the sky. Ground yourself. Look around, because you'll be surprised. The world is much bigger than you think. Alright, so we're going to end the video right here. I'm sorry, like I said, I tried to make it as short as possible, but there were a lot of important things that I needed to point out in this video, so I really do hope this video helps people to understand that there are two sides, and we both need to understand both sides of the situation. Like I said, I understand Babyface, this makes him look bad, but you also have to look at the Actman situation too, that he's just trying to point out things. He's trying to let you guys know that these issues isn't an issue, okay? When it really isn't, and Babyface took it too far. Alright, so my advice, if Babyface sees this, talk to the Actman, solve these issues, so the fans can stop attacking each other. That content creators should not be attacking each other. Christ's sake, we should be following the gentleman's agreement. Do not attack content creators. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry for my language, but that shit needs to stop. Alright, well, like I said, I'm going to be getting off, so hopefully this video helps out the Actman situation and the Babyface situation. But just to let you know, I am taking the Actman side because, like I said, what he was doing was right. He was trying to solve the situation. Okay? I'll catch all you pups and wolves another day, so... And I'll be streaming on Monday, probably Apex Legends, so I'll catch you then. Alright, peace out.